Hi Scorpio, welcome to your weekly check-in for the 10th to 16th of December. So these messages are for Scorpio, Sun, Moon and Rising. Thank you very much to everyone who likes, shares, comments on the videos, subscribes to the channel. It's all greatly appreciated. If you'd like to book a personal reading, please see the info in the description box for info on how to do that. These are the oracle decks I'm going to be using for today's reading, and as I've said to every sign so far, I feel like the Power of Surrender deck was a really weird choice to match with the shapeshifters, but it's what I was drawn to, so yeah, honoring what I was drawn to. So we're going to start off with a message from the shapeshifters deck first of all, and that's going to be like your main theme for the weekly check-in. So for Scorpio, Sun, Moon and Rising for the 10th to the 16th of December, what's your message going to be? And I have to say this deck is a little bit awkward to shuffle. Okay, we've got one. You know what, I'm going to look at both of them. I may not read both of them though, but let's see. So the first one is two kittens you must choose. So I'll definitely read that one. And you have Wolf Moon, I will watch over you. So it was Cancerians had this message as well. Their message, it was really fascinating. So depending on how your message goes, you may actually want to watch the Cancer reading. You may have Cancer as your Sun, Moon or Rising sign, as well as having Scorpio's Sun, Moon or Rising. But yeah, I mean, this one's pretty straightforward. It's kind of a protective energy. So like, if you believe in spiritual protection, it could be like your higher self watching over you, angels, ancestors, universe, whatever it is you believe in. It's like a protective energy over you. But yeah, I'm going to focus on this one, the you must choose message. Actually, let's briefly look at the Wolf Moon. I'm not going to read it, but I just want to see if there's anything in particular that I need to pick out for you. It speaks of a talisman actually, so if you feel like you've got a protective talisman of some sort, whether it's a piece of jewelry, a lucky rabbit's foot or whatever, something like that, or something that's been passed down, like some people have a cross from that's been given to them by a grandparent or something like that. Yeah, but it speaks of guardianship and talismans, and it also mentions that the next upcoming full moon is very significant to changing, to do with change for you. And as I said to Cancer, I haven't checked the exact date of the next full moon, but it's going to be closer to the end of the month, isn't it? I believe so. Yeah. It also mentions, it says your time to shelter, it's you have the guardianship of the wolf for now, is safe to rest for a time. Your time to shelter your guardian family will come. And it says you are changing, your true family will support you through this shift. So this family thing, it might not be blood family. It's like, so you know, sometimes we have the family we create, like literal family you create, like through marriage, children, etc. But family in terms of, you know, like I'm thinking of the Fast and Furious now, and I'm not like a fan of the films, like a big fan of the films or anything, but you know how dumb Vin Diesel's character is always talking about family, like that kind of family is what I'm thinking of as well. So the people who are kind of like your tribe that you've chosen to be your family through friendship, that could be very relevant for you here as well. Anyway, stop babbling on about that and look at this two kittens card, because that was the main one that came out. So these messages come in 3 parts. I'm going to read 2 out of the 3 parts because they are quite long, and I feel like the 2 latter parts are the most helpful. So two kittens speak, will help you. Let's just check it's not blurred. Yeah. Will help you make an important choice. So you are having trouble making a decision. You can't see which one to choose, which way to go. Both seem equally good or equally flawed. We have come to show you the difference between 2 choices. You know you can take only one road at this time, and you know you must trust that which you leave behind, excuse me, that which you are telling yourself you are abandoning will be safe and cared for. You will make it through this choice without feeling agonies of guilt. You will. The universe trusts you to make the right choice. Feel it. You can now choose between seemingly indivisible ways. There will be a solution to this impossible situation. Put one choice out of your mind and move on with the other. There will never be a wrong choice. The only incorrect action at this time will be trying to do and have both. The other that you leave behind will not feel abandoned and angry as you fear. It will be safe and will not be harmed, and it will find the perfect place and person to be with. Your test is to choose one now. You cannot hold both and do what must be done. Trust, in this case, it is up to you to choose, and the loss you fear is in fact a freedom. Time will prove this for now. Time will prove this so. For now, put one thing down and choose the other, or no real growth can take place. The divination message says there is such a challenging choice to be made at the moment. It could be between two schools, two sports, two people who wish to be in a relationship with you, two friends who wish to have your time, or even, just as it is in the image on the card, two gorgeous creatures whom you wish to adopt and protect. It is necessary for you to tune in and do something right now, for you cannot continue as you are at present. One thing must be left, for its rightful place is not with you. The universe will send you many messages to help you decide, but it is you who must act, who must choose, who must say what your decision is. Passivity will lead to greater pain for all at this time, and that is something you are responsible for. So choose, act, get clear, stay open and calm, and the decision will come. But the choice, this card insists, must be made. No more compromise on this. So even as I've started to read the first of the two parts that I've just read of this message, the thing about choosing between people, it played on my mind quite a bit. It's stuck in my head. And we don't know yet because the tarot hasn't come out, but as it said in the divination message as well, you may have to choose between two people. So whether it is two people who want to be in a relationship with you, friends who want your time and energy, it could be something a bit more intense than that. You know, like in families where you have to choose sides, and yeah, it's not a nice decision to have to make. And I think for the most part, a lot of people avoid having to choose sides in families or those types of situations. Like even if it's the chosen family, as I said, like from the Fast and the Furious, but clearly you'll know, depending on your own situation, what's going on there and why you'd have to make that decision. But the people thing, it may not be the people, but it did stand out. I mean, it could even be jobs, isn't it? Maybe you've had 2 job offers or something like that. But yeah, and you've got that protective energy. And I will say, again, if you feel the need to watch the Cancerian video, if that calls out to you, yeah, because one thing I picked up in the Cancerian video, I can't even go into the full details, it was just, yeah. But the protective energy felt like spiritual protection from family, possibly that have crossed over. There was a very loyal energy because there was a dog and a wolf in there. But yeah, there was a strong protective energy. But anyway, I'll leave that there. So let's get your tarot cards out and see what comes up. So again, as part of the theme focal point for Scorpio, Sun, Moon and Rising, what else do we need to know about this main theme? What's the choice? That would help if it could tell us what the actual choice relates to. I mean, it's a general reading, so I suppose people will have different choices to make. But let's see what the main thing is that we need to know about this choice. Wow, I said 2 people and we have the 2 of Cups, which is 2 people connecting with each other. Okay, let's see what else. So it could very well be about people, couldn't it? Let's see what else comes out. So I forgot to say actually that I'm reading the cards slightly differently for the weeklies than I usually do. So it's still going to be 3 cards here, but usually I would do your energy, external or surrounding energy, and guidance. I'm just going to do past, present and future today. And I've felt strongly that I wanted to try it just to see how it feels. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. But yeah, so past energy first of all in relation to this. Okay, the very first thing that came to my head with the King of Wands in reverse is loss of power, or disempowerment, I suppose would be the easiest way to say that. That's an interesting one because the King of Wands in reverse, it can be where you've been disempowered, but I believe it can also be connected, if you read tarot books, King of Wands in reverse can be connected to narcissism, and it's both connected, isn't it? Disempowerment and narcissism are directly connected because a narcissist disempowers you, don't they? God, okay. Let's look at, I'm getting distracted now. Present energy. So the current energies for this, please. So present or current energies, please. We have the Three of Cups. And so you've got support there in the present that looks like support, that looks like friendships. I mean, that would be opposites. If that was narcissist type energy, then that is the exact opposite of narcissist type energies. And it's people again, like there's all people so far after I said that the choice might be between people. This is where there is genuine support. I mean, that's genuine connection. That's genuine support. That, yeah, that's not good. So let's look at the potential future energy here, please. High Priestess, everyone's favorite card when they're trying to figure something out, and you get the High Priestess, which is usually you already know the answer or trust your intuition, but we'll clarify it and see what comes out. Yeah, I'm not even going to comment on that. We'll clarify it. This Three of Cups energy kind of feels like this here. So yes, it could be about physical support, but depending on what comes out with it, again, if you do believe in spiritual type support, it could be that. It could relate to that. I mean, the High Priestess is definitely spiritual support as well, isn't it? So we'll see. Let's get the clarifiers out. So let's look at that Two of Cups first of all. Let's give it one more shuffle. So why is the Two of Cups here as the main theme or part of the main theme or focal point, please? The cards keep on doing that. It's really weird. Landing on my arm and staying there. So you've got the Knight of Pentacles, but it's in reverse. I mean, that would, for me, without having anything else yet, if you have a choice to make, it is hard to choose what to commit to, isn't it? If you've got two things to choose between. But anyway, let's continue. There's a card of decision or indecision. You may be at that stage of indecision at this point where you just literally have no idea what to do. What else is going to come out here? So you've got the Eight of Swords on the bottom, which I will put there. I feel like this needs to be next. Queen of Cups. Wow. Right, okay. God, these are some heavy-ish energies, Scorpio, to be honest with you. So the way I'm looking at these cards, for me, that's just the difficulty in making the choice and deciding what to do, plain and simple. The Eight of Swords, for me, it's where you're held back. You're not, again, just not sure what to do, who to choose, what you want to connect with. Not sure what it is you, hang on, how do I explain this? Not sure what the best choice is to make in terms of what you want to connect with, whether it is a person, a situation, whatever you want. It's something that you want, it's something that honors you, because the Two of Cups, it's sharing, it's understanding, isn't it? So whatever you choose, you want it to honor you. There you go, got it out eventually. The Queen of Cups now and the Emperor together, there's two ways of looking at this for me. So first of all, well, okay, if we're looking at it as your energy, the Queen of Cups, it's just, again, it's not knowing what the right thing is to do, not 100% sure how you feel, not even able to trust how you feel, or doubting how you feel about something. The Emperor with the Eight of Swords, again, if it's your energy, it's that feeling of, it's a lack of power. It feels together like a lack of power, like, again, not knowing what the right choice is, the right decision to make. As I said, the strongest energy that comes up is choosing something relating to people, whether it's choosing between two people, choosing sides, choosing to stay, choosing to go, that sort of thing. But there's clearly there's a lot of I don't know what to do. I don't know what the right thing is to do. I don't know what the best thing is to do here. Looking at it, if this energy, these three cards here are another person and they're causing you confusion, Queen of Cups in reverse. I love the Queen of Cups, but in reverse she can be known to be emotionally manipulative. So that if that's a person, it could relate to the other person's energy. The Emperor being next to the Queen of Cups in the manipulative side of the energy, that's where somebody, again, it's where it's part of the manipulation, isn't it? It's like they emotionally manipulate you to have power over you and to keep you confused, in the dark, trapped. Yeah, so I know it's heavy energy, I'm sorry, but yeah. And I do mean that genuinely. I am sorry if you're struggling. So let's look at now this King of Wands in the past. So King of Wands, what's the relevance of the King of Wands here, please, as the past energy? So I believe that, oh, wow. And it almost was in reverse as well. And the King of Swords can be known, if he's in reverse, he can be controlling and manipulative as well, but more the mental. I mean, it all connects together, but mentally, like, you know, those people that are very good at winning an argument, not because they're right, but because they just get in your head, don't they? Or they have a way with their words, something like that. Let's see what comes after that. Let's check out the other cards. Yep, that would be someone that can potentially cause you mental conflict. And it's really funny because as the original layout that I usually have, this would be it's past energy today, but it would usually be the external or surrounding energy. So if it's another person, I mean, if it's you, if the King of Swords represents you and the King of Wands represents you, well, the King of Wands for a start, it would be you, again, feeling disempowered and not knowing what action to take. King of Swords, Five of Wands together, Two of Swords, that would be where you kind of, there's conflict in, again, knowing what to do. You just don't know what to do. You don't know what direction to choose. You don't know what path to choose. You don't know what choice to make. There's conflict here. I may look at that Five of Wands on its own to get a bit more about what the conflict is or the challenge is. Let's see what else it comes out for this past energy. So this isn't, I mean, obviously it's an issue making the choice now, but as the past energy has come up there, then this is something that isn't, it's a issue that's gone on for a certain amount of time, hasn't it? And that could be anything from a week to a month to a year, whatever. But it's not just something that's happening right now. It's something that has, yeah, it's a story that's been going on for a while. Anything else? Anything else? Strength, I mean, that's for me. Okay, let's see what comes out after it, because there's a couple of ways I can look at that. And I may clarify it actually, but what comes after strength, please? Are they in reverse? Right, we've got the Two of Pentacles, yeah. I think it's about courage or lack of courage, and that's not a criticism in any way, because obviously if you've got manipulation, challenges, all sorts going on, it's gonna be scary, isn't it? It's gonna be scary to make a decision. I mean, here you've got a lack of balance with the Two of Pentacles, so it's where you can't even balance things out enough to figure out what to do. The Five of Pentacles here, it feels like trying to keep yourself out of the cold, or someone out of the cold, because it did talk here in the this card, the Two Kittens card, about choosing, where one person, the word wasn't rejected that they used, but it's like it would kind of leave someone out in the cold, wouldn't it? So that's part of the choice as well. It's definitely avoiding leaving someone out in the cold, whether or not that's you or someone else or a situation or something. But that's there, avoiding leaving something out of the cold. This may be, so as I said, there's definitely a lack of balance here already, but it could also be a fear of a lack of balance as well. That the decision you make will kind of throw everything off balance too. Let's have a look at that Five of Wands and see what that tells us. I mean, so far, past energy, it's just still the energy of not knowing what the hell to do, and it's kind of giving us some information on the fears and the possible reasons as well. So Five of Wands, I'm tempted to look at that King of Swords as well, actually, but let's do the Five of Wands first, because that's the challenges, that's kind of the confusion, isn't it? Oh, do I take those? We will. So I'm not going to take these. I'm going to take the ones that are face up. So we've got the Page of Swords, Three of Swords, and the Queen of Swords. Right. Page of Swords for me, it's where it's kind of feeling like you don't have enough information. You might need more information to be able to make the choice. It can also be where you have a new truth about the situation. Like I did say, this has been a long ongoing situation, and that Page of Swords could represent in the past where you've come to a realization about the impact of this situation or person or whatever on you. It can be where you've realized, actually, this is hurting me, or the extent to which it's hurting you. I'll just get one more after that Queen of Swords. I mean, that can be part of discovering the truth as well, and realizing, actually, this isn't fair, and thinking about what would be fair for you, because she's about, hopefully, she's about fairness as well. It's a Libra card. So it's got similarities to the Justice card, hasn't it? The power struggle thing. Whenever I see the King and Queen of Swords together in a reading with complex energies like the Five of Wands, Three of Swords, etc., it does make me think of power struggles too. Yeah, so this, I mean, this is where, so as I said, Queen of Swords, it's kind of acknowledging and recognizing, no, this is hurting me, and then this is what would, that's the fairness to you, isn't it? That's where you contemplate what's loving, what is loving towards me. So say if you're in a relationship with someone who cheats is the obvious one, isn't it, to go cheats all the time, or they're a workaholic and they put their work before you, or something to that effect, one of those things. And it's where you realize, actually, this isn't right, this isn't fair to me. How would I honor myself? What would be a way for me to show love towards myself in this situation? It's kind of just acknowledging everything. Let's just be nosy and have a look at that King of Swords for a minute. So you've got the Star there. You got the King of Pentacles. So it is probably more a sense of awareness, isn't it? I did say the King of Swords, usually in reverse, it would be more the manipulative energy. And it can represent that. But I think with the Star and the King of Pentacles coming up, it's that awareness, isn't it? Again, awareness that this is, it's a challenge. It's something that a battle that you don't need to be fighting anymore. You need to kind of put an end to it somehow. Oh, that's too many. I mean, I will take them, but it is quite a lot. So you've got the Nine of Pentacles. I mean, so the Star, that's hope, isn't it? The King of Pentacles, that's the King of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles are cards for me. It's independence, it's building, whether it is building. I mean, you've got the Page of Pentacles. I was going to say building from scratch. Having the resources and the ability to build. I mean, obviously, if you've got a lot of weird challenges and shit and choices to make in life, it's going to restrict your ability to build and be independent. The Five of Swords, again, it's the challenges, isn't it? Self-sabotage, sabotage from other people, manipulation, jealousy, that sort of thing. And the Page of Pentacles, it's the willingness to start again. So if one of the choices you make is a fresh start, well, one of the two choices that you have here is a fresh start, then it's acknowledging there probably is hope with a fresh start. But yeah, it's quite heavy, isn't it? So let's remove those and we will look at the current energy. Present energy. So Three of Cups, I said that is, it looks like support, or it's acknowledging what is, so at the very least it's acknowledging what is genuinely truly supportive towards you. So there's a whole self-love aspect there where you recognize what's not good for you and acknowledging what would be better for you. But there could, as I said, it could be physical support, could be spiritual support, or just acknowledging what situation in particular is more supportive and loving towards you. So let's put these back. If I can get them in the deck. So Three of Cups. Yeah, I mean, that is overall so far what is supportive to you, what is it that you genuinely connect with and will love, and is loving towards you as well, because it's mutual, isn't it, with the Lovers. Your truth with that Knight of Swords, being honest about that towards yourself and others. Again, that word honor keeps on coming to mind. What honors you? And I said it in, I can't remember whose reading it was now, but one of the readings I've had previously, a personal reading, the reader this, because the lovers can be called the choice, can't it, as well? It can be described as being the choice. And that reader described the lovers as the choice between vice and virtue. And again, it's the truth here. What is vice and what is virtue? I mean, you'll know that, but what do you want to choose? Do you want to choose vice, the thing that's not good for you, or virtue, the thing that is more honourable to you? So, anything else? Three of Wands. I mean, first of all, that Three of Wands to me, again, it's acknowledging that you have a choice, and maybe even looking at the choices as well. Looking at the choices. I mean, you've got three threes, haven't you? Is that yeah, Three of Cups, Three of Wands, Three of Pentacles. Yeah, knowing that you have a choice and you can make things, you can have intentions, and there is a way to bring things together. And I feel support is important here, whatever capacity that is, whether it's that you have support to help you do this, or you're choosing whatever is more supportive to you. Anything else? The Hanged Man. I mean, that's the perspective, isn't it? It's figuring things out. This Knight of Swords as well, it can be you knowing your truth, but it might also be part of the support of someone kind of coming in and giving you information or truth that can help you to make a decision or resolve the situation. And obviously, any choices you make, it's your choice. Nobody has the right to tell you what to do. And even if people give you advice that you want, that's great, but it still has to be your choice, and it still has to come from your heart, doesn't it? And based on the information that you have and the experience that you've had. Let's have a look at that Knight of Swords, just to be nosy. I mean, the Hanged Man, I did say that was kind of figuring things out, looking at things from a different perspective. So I will clarify that. It makes me think of, if you've kind of been, well, you have been stuck clearly and not known how to get things, how to bring things together in the best way. Then there's probably a new perspective that you haven't considered or seen, or something to that effect. But let's look at that Knight of Swords first and see what relevance that has. I did say this could be someone else, because the Queen of Swords can be an advisor, can't they? Can be known to be an advisor. So can the King of Swords as well, actually. Queen of Swords, King of Wands. Let's get one more. You got the Empress, that's nurturing. The Four of Cups. These could all potentially be people that can help you. I mean, there's three of them, isn't there? I mean, I know there's another person here as well, but like the ones that are clarifying are three. So you've got like the advisor there with the Queen of Swords. So that's the mental support, the information that helps. You've got the King of Wands. So he's like the person that will help you to take action. Whatever capacity that is. And the Empress is like that maternal energy, maternal supportive energy. So if it is people that have passed away, it could be relevant to that. If these are people that have passed away, it could be people that are still with us as well. But as I said at the beginning, and in the Cancer reading as well, it was a spiritual, for them it was more spiritual. For you, it could be both spiritual and physical. But yeah, so you've got the knowledge there, the action there, and the nurturing there. You got the Four of Cups at the end. I mean, that would be to help, to me, looking at the Knight of Swords, the Four of Cups, this will help you see clearly. So as much as I said, it could be you recognizing your truth, but it very well could be someone coming in with information that will help you to see things clearly and get out of this energy of not knowing what the hell to do, what's going on, that kind of thing. So let's look at the Hanged Man as well. Judgment, I mean, that's about, it is kind of another card of choice, isn't it? And review, it's reviewing the past so that you can make a choice in going forward and have a second chance, whatever that second chance is, whether it is to do with a person, your life in general. Anything else? fresh start, Ace of Wands. It's a new chapter, isn't it? It's figuring it out here. But as I say, there might be a new perspective that comes to mind on how to do this, and you got the support there. Let's get one more. And then you've got the Hierophant. I mean, it can be, let's get one more after that. It can be about learning lessons, but it can also be spiritual, a spiritual teacher, a spiritual guide as well. That's both. It feels like both to me. So the Hierophant, again, learning about what's hidden, and then that would help you to make the decision. So learning, and again, it could potentially be a spiritual teacher, whether it is physical person, spiritual world person. Let's get one more. Might be your dreams might be very relevant as well with that Moon card. Be aware of your dreams. No way, Seven of Cups, because the Seven of Cups can be connected to dreams, can't it? Like when dreams when you sleep. That's hilarious. Well, I know it's not hilarious, but it's just because I'm always in awe of certain things that the cards do. You know, when you say something and then a card comes out. So yeah, your dreams could be, I mean, it's a card of perspectives as well, and figuring things out. But yeah, your dreams could be relatives. I mean, I don't know about everyone else, but I dream about the dead all the bloody time, to the point where, you know, like I've got other family members that if they dream about someone who's passed over, they're like, oh my God, I dreamt about such and such the other night and something's going to happen. And yeah, which that can happen. But because I dream about the dead so often now, it's just like a regular part of my dreams. If I don't see a dead person in a dream, I'm like, oh, what happened last night then? Why weren't they there? But yeah, all the time, like multiple dead relatives as well. Like nothing in particular happens. It's just day to day most of the time. Although my granddad has been making, he's in them quite a lot anyway. But I have had about 3 dreams about my granddad that have been very prominent over the past few weeks, that I've really noticed them and been like, what is going on here? Something important is happening here, which doesn't usually happen, but because he's come up and it's felt different from usual. So yeah, but anyway, yeah, so dreams. So I'm going to leave that there and let's look at your future energy. So future's the High Priestess. I mean, hopefully that's that you figure it out. That would be helpful, wouldn't it? But let's see. Again, it could be spiritual guidance, because that's coming up quite a bit here. And that could be anything from the dreams, as I said, that you might have, downloads, if you want to call it that, synchronicity, signs. You may actually have the ability of mediumship and get messages, or you might have one of the clair senses and get messages that way. It might be from a reading or a reader, or some other spiritual practitioner, someone that does healing work or something to that effect. So let's look at the High Priestess, please. Why is the High Priestess as the future energy for Scorpio's Sun, Moon and Rising? So the Tower in reverse. The first thought that's come into mind is how to change things, but let's see what else comes out. If I can actually shuffle. Yep. Right. I mentally asked myself, yeah. I feel like the last 3 cards, this 7 of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, it's asking, what do you value the most? What is the most important thing to you? And that could mean anything. But yeah, what do you value the most? Whatever choice you're making, in order to make the choice, think about what is the most important thing. What do you value the most? And I guess it's physically. It doesn't necessarily mean a materialistic thing, but in terms of your physical life, what's most important? Let's get one more. And then you've got the Queen of Wands. So I'm going to get... Let's get one for the Queen of Wands, actually. I feel like I kind of know what it is. I mean, that's that kind of determined energy of, right, I know what I want, I know what I want to do, and I'm going to do it and no one's going to stop me. That's the first thing I get from that Queen of Wands. So that High Priestess very well could be a sense of knowing what to do, finally knowing what to do. So Queen of Wands, why is she there, please? You've got the Three of Swords. So what else comes out for her? The Ace of Swords. I mean, that is knowing what you want, isn't it? Well, the first thing you'd want is to not hurt anymore. If you're in a situation that's hurting you, you'd want to stop the pain. Let's get one more. Yep, Ace of Cups. You would want, well, you'd want fulfillment, but I think it's the honor. That word honor keeps on coming to mind. You'd want to honor yourself and whoever else is involved in the situation. You want the decision to be a love-based decision, not fear. I know we keep saying love-based versus fear-based, which it sounds annoying sometimes hearing it so much, but it's true. It's a loving, honourable decision, whatever decision is made. Anything else? The Chariot, and that's where things move forward. But it's from your determination, is how it moves forward. That you know what you want, what you don't want, and that how things need to be honourable. Again, what's most important to you? What do you value the most? Let's look at that Tower. So this is potential future energy, but obviously, as I always say, I call it potential future because the future is not set in stone and everybody has free will. We have free will, others have free will, and it all can impact the future outcome. But this is the potential of how things can turn out for you based on your decisions. And as I say, part of that is assessing what do you value the most, what's the most important thing here, and then being very firm with that and determined and, yep, this is what I want to do, this is what I have to do. So the Tower, why is that there, please? So we've got the Empress with the Nine of Cups. And the Queen. I mean, these are strong cards. I mean, you've got the Empress there. That's that very loving, nurturing energy again. So, and doing the right thing as well with the Queen of... Well, actually, with all three of them, it feels like doing the right thing. Why the Tower's in reverse? I mean, sometimes it's, for me, I've said before, cards in reverse can be like something's a work in progress. So it may be that you have to do the whole thing of figuring out what you value the most before you can make the change. And it could be a work in progress in that sense, or it can be knowing what you want. Like the change hasn't been made yet, but you know how you want things to change. You know what feels honourable and feels like the right thing and the right thing to do. That's another thing as well. What is the right thing to do? Well, dropping certain burdens for a start, whatever those are. Let's just get one more. What's the burden and what's the most important thing, the thing you value the most? I've said that about 50 million times now, so sorry for that, but anything else? For me, I've said it a million times, the Page of Cups is vulnerability. It could be, I mean, it is a child, so it could have something to do with children, but it's vulnerability and being very, very honest with yourself. And if there's fear here as well, it's about, for me, that Page of Cups, it kind of almost feels like facing the fear in a weird sort of way. And in terms of getting support, you may need to make yourself a little bit vulnerable and open up as well to get the support that you need, to get the help that you need to overcome whatever it is that needs to be overcome to make the change. So this is potential future energy. As I said, it looks like there could be a specific spiritual advisor here in some way, shape or form that can help you in the future. I mean, I feel like there's support there in general. There's support in the present, to be honest, however that is, whether, as I said, it is a spirit guide or whatever, or physical people or both. But yeah, as I said, future-wise, it looks like you will figure things out, whether it is just your own intuition that helps or because of spiritual guidance. And I'm not going to keep repeating myself about the 3 Pentacles cards here because I've already said it enough times. So I'm going to leave that there, and I'm going to get some final cards of advice for you from the Power of Surrender deck. And I did have a title for this video and I've actually forgotten what it is now, so that helps. Not. Actually, no, I've got something in mind actually. So let's get the cards from the Power of Surrender. So final card of advice for Scorpio, Sun, Moon and Rising, please, within this very intense reading, to be honest. But wow, I love it. Surrender. I'm going to get you another one. Surrender to your full power. Your life is calling for you to step in your full power rather than playing it small. And I would say if anyone has taken your power away, if you can get it back, well, you are capable of getting it back, but obviously it depends on the circumstances of how you go about that. Actually, I'm going to put that there. Let's just get you one more card of advice, please. Scorpio, Sun, Moon and Rising. Yeah, we're going to take that. So you've got surrender to complete healing. Open fully to the loving, compassionate forces of the universe that support your physical, emotional and spiritual healing. So this could be where that spiritual protection and guidance come in. If there's healing involved, that can help you make the choice or to support you as you go through the process of making the choice, or after, well, all 3, before you make the choice, in the process of making the choice, and after you've made the choice as well. So I'll leave your messages there, Scorpio. Hopefully there was something here that was helpful for you. Feel free to like, share, comment on the video, subscribe to the channel. If you want a personal reading, see the info in the description box. But again, thank you for watching and take care.